A Plaguelands Media production.
Hey everyone, this is Hugh from Plaguelands Media bringing you another graphic novel book review today, so hell yeah. Now, you can go and see my review for I Am Gotham, the DC Universe Rebirth Batman book volume 1, which starts Tom King's run on the series. Today, I'm also looking at Volume 2 of the DC Universe Rebirth Batman series, I Am Suicide. Very ominous title. So, really enjoying this run. I do have, I believe, volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe up to the War of Jokes and Riddles, or one past that, which is a fucking cool story. Cannot wait to share that one with all of you. But for now, we are just going to be looking at this spoiler-filled review, of course, as I always do with these graphic novel stories. So if you don't want to know what happens, yeah, just skip to another video. If you don't know what happens in the first volume, go back and watch that one. This one will make a lot more sense. But let's just get right into the next episode of...
Read a fucking book. 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 People.
So this is Volume 2 of the DC Universe Rebirth series. Volume 2, I Am Suicide. Because we saw at the end of Volume 1, if you haven't watched that video yet, go back and watch that before you watch this one. Get caught up with the story. Batman is probably leading his own iteration of the Suicide Squad. So, here we get a little bit of Bane backstory. Bane as a child is left in this cell, and every night it floods. And every night he kind of has to stay afloat. And then in the morning, the water level drops down again. And then here we have Bane. Bane is no longer on Venom. He's got a throne made out of skulls. But most importantly, he has the Psycho Pirate. And he's using the Psycho Pirate to keep his emotions in check and under control. Bruce has Gotham Girl in Wayne Manor, and he says to Alfred, you got to keep an eye on things here. And he's going to go and get help. Arkham Asylum, classic. Batman goes in and comes to, I believe this is Albert Wesker, otherwise known as the Ventriloquist. Now, the Ventriloquist is a really cool character. He basically controls a ventriloquist dummy called Scarface, who is a mob boss. So Batman basically gets Wesker out. We have Kite Man, Mayo, Tweed, Day, Jane Doe. He's basically going through Arkham Asylum and picking and choosing different characters that he wants. Turner, otherwise known as Bronze Tiger. Bronze Tiger, I believe, used to be good and then kind of turned bad. His martial arts skills are on par with Batman's. Okay, Julie. I'm not familiar with this character, but I know that, like, Punch and Julie are a criminal team like Punch and Judy. So Batman reunites them together. And his next, the next person that he wants to recruit, This person is sitting here bound with a mask on. We find out it is Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman. Catwoman is in Arkham Asylum for killing 237 people, which I was a bit confused by that because that's kind of not her MO. She's a cat burglar, but she killed 237 people. Okay. It's at this point that you start to get really excited for Tom King's writing. Now, I've heard the series goes a bit downhill towards the end, but the beginning has been quite solid. Okay, so we have Batman leading Catwoman, Bronze Tiger, the Ventriloquist, Punch and Julie. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, so they fly over to the island prison that Bane is now leading. The ship gets shot down and Batman gets confronted by a ton of guards. And I mean a ton of guards, which he then proceeds to fight. At this point, he is brought before Bane. Bane proceeds to beat him up, and all Batman can say is, "I'm going to break your back." That's his thing, "I'm going to break your back." And Bane is like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" He cracks Batman's back, but because he's not on the Venom anymore, he's not as strong as he once was. And he throws Batman into the same cell that he was kept in as a child. So Batman, the water kind of lifts him up and he's working on how to escape from this. You know it's Batman, so he's got a contingency plan, of course. And it looks like his contingency plan is to have sex with it. But hey, if it works, buddy. So he manages to get out and he manages to get to the entrance where Catwoman has the ventriloquist, and they go into Bane's compound. Okay. So basically, we have a little bit of a flashback scene where Batman is trying to apprehend Catwoman, and they do their usual back and forth rooftop fighting thing. And we get to the prison where the plan is for them to go their separate ways. Batman's going to go one way, Catwoman's going to go another way. They tell Wesker to stay where you are, which he complies with. At this point, Bronze Tiger, Punch, and Julie are going in through the front door. They have their own mission to do. Catwoman drags Wesker through these pipes, getting him to where he needs to be. She says stay, he does. She goes off, and Batman is now above the throne room, and Bronze Tiger, Punch, and Julie have been admitted to speak to Bane under the guise that they want to kind of join him. Catwoman comes down and reveals to Bane that it's a trick. She fights Punch, Julie, Bronze Tiger. And then when they have been incapacitated, she basically says to Bane, "I know how you can finally break the bat." So she's betrayed the team. Okay, so Batman goes through. We see like how he got to the spot where he was supposed to be by just fighting a whole bunch of guys. And we see exactly kind of how big this prison is. He jumps down into shark-infested waters, swims through, and then finally, after a huge battle, manages to take all the guards out and gets to where he needs to be He comes in to confront Bane. Psycho Pirate is there. And basically Bane is, what are you doing here now, Batman? Like, honestly, why did you even bother coming? Punch Julie, Bronze Tiger, managed to kind of get away. We have Amanda Waller coming to the Batcave to get some files from Alfred. And it says that this ties into the Justice League versus Suicide Squad storyline. I never read it, so I don't exactly know how, but I think this is the deal Batman made with Amanda Waller. Here you can take some files, give me the Suicide Squad. Okay. So Bane and Batman fight. At this point, Wesker is kind of about to do his thing. Batman lies broken. Bane, tell me, Batman, tell me what you want. And Batman is like, I want to break your damn back. Wesker ends up coming around. Punch and Julie kind of go off and do their thing. Bronze Tiger goes to collect Wesker, the ventriloquist. And Punch and Julie escape using like weird bubblegum thing. I don't know if that's their power. And Batman says now, and Catwoman, who had never betrayed the group, smashes Bane in the back, taking him out. Ventriloquist comes along. Psycho Pirate tries to use his power to control Wesker. However, and this is the clever thing, only Scarface has ever been able to control the ventriloquist. So Psycho Pirate's ability has no effect on him because he's already being controlled by someone else, which is the ventriloquist dummy. And that's how they take out Psycho Pirate to get him back to Gotham to help Gotham go. So Punch and Julie are waiting for them in the boat. And Batman basically stands over Bane. And Bane's back has been broken at this point. And all Bane can do is scream he wants Venom. And he's left with a broken back, but he needs Venom. Venom will kind of heal him and get him back on track. So now Batman has Psycho Pirate. He can go back to Gotham and help Gotham go. Then we get this little rooftop interlude. So they've come back to Gotham City. And Batman has kept his promise that he gave to everyone in the Suicide Squad. So we got Punch and Julie moved to a place where they can have conjugal visits once a month. Things like that. But he's getting Catwoman kind of moved out of Arkham and put into Blackgate Prison to serve her life sentences for the 237 murders. But she's like, can we just have one night on the rooftops together? So we get this scene of their kind of romance. And Batman and her basically talk about their relationship and where they first met. Then they go off and do a little bit of bad guy fighting. We have the Clock King here. They go after Magpie, Signal Man, Amygdala, Gorilla Boss, Ten-Eyed Man, King Snake, Werewolf, Copperhead, and, of course, the Condiment King, the stupidest villain in the Batman or the DC universe. He basically fights with mayonnaise, ketchup, and mustard. I'm not fucking joking. The Condiment King. Look him up. Cavalier, Zebra Man, Film Freak, Mad Monk, and, of course, Kite Man. And then they break into an apartment because there was a cat statue that was stolen from the Gotham Museum. And Selina Kyle wants to steal it back, but we know that she was the one that stole it, that this is her place, which she ultimately blows up. But she tells Batman, don't worry, I own the top 3 floors, and it has the best fire suppression system, so the building integrity is fine and no one will die. Inside the cat statue are a ton of diamonds, which she throws up in the air, and they proceed to fuck on the diamonds. Very reminiscent of the ending of, what was the, no, not Tomorrow Never Dies. What was the Bond film with Halle Berry and the North Korean dude? Oh, I can't even remember the name of it now. It was Goldeneye, The World Is Not Enough. Tomorrow Never Dies. Oh, Madonna sang the theme song. Leave a comment if you can fucking help me remember it. That's pissing me off now. So they do the deed, and there is the bat signal. Now, at this point, Batman kind of tests on how they first met and where they first met. And we get some great old school panels. Here, they each have different kind of concepts of when they first met. And then she dresses and fucks off. And Batman's like, shit, I knew she was going to fuck off. I better chase her. So he goes to Commissioner Gordon. Commissioner Gordon is like, is she gone? Yep, she did a runner. You fucking horny bastard. And ultimately, we are led to this girl who is Selina's pretty much only friend. And Batman is like, look, Selina's gone. I need to know where she is. And the girl's like, fine, I'll help you. And slits his throat. She was the one that killed the 237 people. And Selina Kyle, because they grew up in the same orphanage together, Selina Kyle was just protecting her. So Batman's kind of bleeding out. He manages to get down to an alley. And Catwoman finds him. Patches him up. They have a little bit of a turbulent romance, and then Selina Kyle is gone off into the wind. Okay, so this is setting up the main villain of Tom King's run on Batman, and that is Bane, which I think is cool. I like Bane. I think he's a great villain. I'm very keen to read the Nightfall series, which I have the entire run of Nightfall. But, yeah, there you go. I loved the use of some of the other villains. I don't know who Punch and Julie are, but they seem, I don't know, like lesser-rate Jokers with gadgets or something. So there you have it. Volume 2, I Am Suicide. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Cannot wait to see where this goes. I think I've got 5 volumes of the Rebirth series, so I'll be reviewing up to that point. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, leave a comment, click the notification bell so you don't miss any of the cool fucking shit that I put out and that Plaguelands Media are doing. But most importantly, stay safe, have a fantastic rest of your day, and please read a fucking book, people.